Hello and welcome to Cricket Happenings, dear friends and subscribers. On this part of the cricket show, it's going to be, I have to start off by saying that congratulations to Afghanistan, who really struggled in the initial stages, but managed to reach the Super Sixes, and from the Super Sixes onwards, they really started getting into top gear, and finally Afghanistan today beat Ireland in a match which was very close, one could say. I mean, it went very close, and finally Afghanistan managed to win against Ireland and clinch a place in the ICC World Cup qualifiers. And now, irrespective of what happens in the ICC World Cup qualifying final on Sunday, on 25th of March, West Indies and Afghanistan are the two teams who have qualified to play in the 2019 World Cup in England, and Afghanistan is the second consecutive entry into the World Cup, and congratulations to them. And as far as Australia and South Africa were concerned, Dean Elgar went on to a very good record where he carried the bat through the innings, and this was the second time in this particular year that Dean Elgar has carried his bat, and that is itself a record. And he has also equaled the record of the former West Indian wonderful opener Desmond Haynes, who actually carried his bat three times, and he was holding the record. And today Dean Elgar equaled that record of Desmond Haynes by carrying the bat through the innings for the third time. His contribution was 141 not out, as the South Africans were all out for 311, and then the Aussies were really hit hard. Rabada, once again, a nice exchange coming between Kagiso Rabada and Warner. Warner playing in absolute T20 mode as he slammed Rabada for fours, lot of fours, and also hitting for a six. And then Rabada was the one who actually won the battle when he got a ball to shape outside the leg stump and come and hit the top of the off stump. And also there was a bit of a problem, but not with the players, as one of the spectators actually riled Warner while he was walking from the boundary line to the dressing room, when he said a few words, and Warner also exchanged a few words. One does not know what really happened, but nevertheless, probably the real story might be coming up tomorrow. But nevertheless, Warner, there was a real battle according to me. But definitely, the South Africans doing a very good job. They reduced them to 175 for 8 at one stage, and also Mone Morkel went on to pick up his 300 wickets in Test cricket, which is a proud feeling for him. There was a sort of a real victory cry when he got the 300 wicket. And as you know, Morkel is coming to the evening of his career. He has already announced that he's retiring after the series, and he has an opportunity to go and take a fifer, because he has 4 wickets for 87 runs to leave the Australians at 175 for 8, and it's only due to a 9th wicket 66 run partnership with some attacking batting coming from Nathan Lyon, registering his highest ever score in Test cricket of 47, and Tim Payne helped matters as the Aussies finished on 245 for 9 at close of play on the second day of the third Test match at the Newlands in Cape Town. So that is something. And also yesterday, the match between New Zealand and England. So England would be very happy with what happened. Actually, the second day's play was really shortened. Kane Williamson went on to a record in that short span of play when he became. Now Kane Williamson is the one who holds the record for the maximum number of centuries by a New Zealand batsman in Test cricket, which is 18. So he went past the late Martin Crowe, who had 17 centuries, and now Kane Williamson holds the record. Other than that, New Zealand were 229 for 4, and as I said, for England, more the rain, the merrier for them, because it will get them to breathe a bit free, and they know that all that they might have to do, if at all rain keeps on hitting, they'll be praying that rain once again comes to Eden Park in Auckland, so that they can really get out of jail. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, now it's about time for me, after the summary, to get into the, not the nitty-gritties, but definitely into what happened. So we are starting off with the game between, okay, let's start off from the New Zealand. England, as it's a very short thing. Kane Williamson, as I already told you, now holds the record for the most centuries by a New Zealand batsman in Test cricket, 102 with 11 fours and 1 6. He was LBW bowled Anderson. Ross Taylor also fell to Anderson for 23 boundaries, but Henry Nicholls was showing really some great application, and it was good to see. Henry Nicholls is someone who is very, I would say, absolutely tailored towards Test cricket. He has a good technique, gets behind the line of the ball very well, leaves the ball very well, looks at the ball till the last moment before releasing his strokes, and you can see that in his innings he had 49 unbeaten runs with 3 boundaries. BJ Watling was not out on 17, also looked good with his trademark shots that he plays, the cut and the off drive, and well, and New Zealand with rain coming and marooning the New Zealand team at 229 for 4 on the second day. That was a match situation. Anderson had 3 for 53. So the third day's play would be starting probably, I would say, from here 3 hours from now. It would be interesting to see whether there is any rain. As I said, England would always welcome as much rain as possible at Eden Park, because you know that they are in jail right now with New Zealand leading by 171 runs, and they would definitely not want to. They would like to see that more and more rain follows, so that they are getting saved in this day-night test match right now. Right. So from here, let's get on to the game between Afghanistan, and we are talking about the final match of the Super Sixers today, which happened at Harare in Zimbabwe. Ireland were taking on Afghanistan, and Afghanistan won the match by 5 wickets. So looking at the card here, Ireland actually batted first. They got a decent start, I would say, with 50 runs raised. There was, but what one was seeing, that in the power play, because this was a slower track, and the spinners were the ones who were definitely ruling the roost today on a slower track. William Porterfield and Peter Sterling put on a decent partnership of 50-odd runs. Porterfield's contribution being 20 of 45 deliveries, 2 fours. Sterling contributed the highest score of the Ireland innings, 55 of 87 deliveries. But somewhat one thought they were a bit slow, and that really, really started putting some pressure on the other batsmen. Balbirnie was out for 11 of 34 deliveries, did not score any boundary or a 6. Niall O'Brien made 36 of 41 deliveries, 4 fours and 1 6 for him. Simi Singh making 15 of 30, 1 4. Kevin O'Brien made 41 of 37, 3 fours, 1 6. Wilson made 11. McGrath was not on 11. McCarthy not up not. And Afghanistan restricted the Irish team to 209 for 7. Now looking at the bowling, as I said, it was all about the spinners. Mujibur Rahman, every time he goes there, this Raida Murphy, young Raida Murphy, goes there and puts the ball on the spot and gives nothing away. 10 overs, no maiden, none for 31. Rashid Khan relieved of that captaincy after Asghar Stanikzai has taken that post. 10 overs, no maiden, 3 for 40. And Rashid Khan now, according to me, is only, if I'm not wrong, probably a wicket away from making history. As I said, Mitchell Starc is the one who holds the record for the fastest 100 wickets in one-day international cricket, which is he got his 100th wicket in his 52nd ODI, and Rashid Khan is not even reached the 50. He's in the 40s right now, and just probably a solitary wicket, because he took 3 for 40 today. So probably a solitary wicket will get him to 100 wickets, and very easily, I think. Probably one might even see that record being broken when Afghanistan play in the final against West Indies. I wish that happens so that Rashid Khan can cover himself with some lot of glory, and Rashid Khan is on to a great record, I would say. Sharafuddin Ashraf 6 overs, Davlat Zadran 10 overs 2 for 54, did his bit. Mujibur Rahman already spoken about. Gulbuddin Naib always bowls those nice seam-up deliveries and sees to it that he does not give runs away, and is becoming one of those very useful players for Afghanistan, according to me, because in the batting department he's someone who can tonk a few, and also if the need be he can rein himself in. That's what he did today as an opener. 5 overs, no middle, none for 15 for Gulbuddin Naib. Mohammad Nabi 9 overs, 1 for 48. Sharafuddin Ashraf 6 overs, 1 middle, none for 18, also did a good job. So Afghanistan were given a target of 210 runs, and they got that start from that blazer from Mohammad Shahzad, who blazed away, hit one big 6, a monstrous 6, which went and settled on the roof of the building, and they had to go for a new ball. And also at the beginning stage of the game, he beautifully flicked McCarthy for a 6, and then, as usual, Mohammad Shahzad, as is his wont, he likes to play his strokes. He hit 6 fours and 2 6s in a very sweet knock of 54 of 50 deliveries, and very rightly he was named man of the match for his 2 good catches, and also making some very wasteful runs, getting a 50 on the top. And one knows what Afghanistan would have missed in the initial rounds when Mohammad Shahzad was not there for the 2 matches. Gulbuddin Naib, as I said, opened the innings, and as I said, he's becoming a very vital cog in the Afghanistan scheme of things. He made 45 91 deliveries, 3 fours, did a fine job. Rahmat Shah, and suddenly Ireland came back after getting Shahzad and Rahmat Shah and Gulbuddin Naib. They really struck back as the spinners came on into the picture. Simi Singh, the run-arm offie, and also the other offie, Andy McBride, was very impressive as well. It was really Andy McBride. I thought he bowled very well to Mohammad Shahzad, keeping him quiet and definitely tempting Mohammad Shahzad to go for the big one. And then Mohammad Shahzad, sent him into the roof of the building. Shamila Shenwari, a bit of a struggle, but he did his bit. 27 of 63, 2 fours. 12, Rahmat Shah failed to the bat. He's another player who is another one who is technically very good. Nice defense, nice strokes as well. Mohammad Nabi, when Mohammad Nabi's wicket went for 12, the pressure really started telling on the Afghanistan batsman, and the equation was still within reach, but there was a bit of pressure as Asghar Stanikzai walked in. But Asghar Stanikzai, the captain, made sure that his team wouldn't miss this opportunity, as there was a bit of a real drama, I would say, because it was not easy. But finally Afghanistan did it. They got to victory in 49.1 overs. Asghar Stanikzai, the captain, did the winning honours, not out on 39 of 29 deliveries, 4 fours and 1 6. Najbullah Zadran hit that wonderful 6 of the bowler, not out on 17, 15, 1 6, and a game over. As far as the bowling figures was concerned, McCarthy 9.1 overs, no maiden, 1 for 57. I thought Murtagh bowled a good line in the initial stages, 10 overs, no maiden, 1 for 46. And Murtagh is someone who really keeps bowling on a spot, and it has been pretty impressive. Rankin also did a very good job. I thought he was a bit luckless as the ball went into the air. 10 overs, no maiden, 141. Andy McBride, the spinner, was very impressive. 10 overs, no maiden, 1 for 38. But Simi Singh was the one who really did it to the Afghanistan batsman, and took some vital wickets to really putting big pressure on the Afghanistan. 10 overs, 2 maidens, 30 runs and 3 wickets, and Mohammad Shahzad is the man of the match. So now the battle will be, the final battle will happen in the ICC World Cup qualifiers final on 25th of March when Afghanistan and West Indies clash, and it will definitely, that clash is going to be very interesting because West Indies have already been hit 2 times by Afghanistan, and West Indies would be pretty aware about that, and I think they would definitely be geared up. And as Mohammad Shahzad said after receiving the man of the match, he said, West Indies, we are coming. That really says the determination that Afghanistan is showing to face West Indies in the finals of the ICC World Cup qualifiers. I would wish good luck to both the teams and may the best team win. Well, from here we go on to the Australia versus South Africa. As I said, Dean Elgar today in the morning carried on along with Rabada, and Dean Elgar went on to carry his bat through the innings, equaling Desmond Haynes' record of carrying the bat 3 times in an innings, which is now the new record with Dean Elgar and Desmond Haynes of the former West Indies opener holds. And Kagiso Rabada, he made and that was it. And the South Africans were bowled out for 311. So looking at the card here for the South Africans, Dean Elgar 141 not out with 24s and 1-6, and Nathan Lyon was the one who picked up the wickets. Rabada was being peppered with some short stuff, but then Nathan Lyon got those 2 wickets of the South Africans. Rabada was out to Lyon for 22, 3 boundaries. Morning Mark was out for 4, 311 all out, and Nathan Lyon had figures of 4 for 78, 2 for 43 for Nathan Lyon, Cummins for 78, 2 for 59 for Joe Hazlewood, 1 for 81 to Stark, and Mitchell Marsh had 1 for 26. Now Australia were given a target of 312. I'm very extremely sorry about it. This was the second day's play in the 3rd test match, and on day 2 the Australians started the innings, and David Warner and Bancroft were the ones who were in the middle, and what a partnership. I mean, it looked like probably both Bancroft and David Warner had decided that they were going to play their strokes, and especially David Warner. In fact, I would say Bancroft probably was in a sort of a one-day mood, but Warner was absolutely in a T20 mood, and he probably had a plan in mind, and that was to go after Rabada big time. And Rabada was slammed for boundaries plenty. I think 5 to 6 fours. He hit 5 fours, and all the 5 fours were of the bowling of Rabada, and the runs were coming thick and fast. And Warner also hit 1 6-over square leg when he hooked Rabada into. And after that, what happened? And David Warner had rattled off 30 runs of 14 deliveries with 5 fours and 1 6. His partner Bancroft was on 13 at the time, but Rabada had the last laugh, as this was a wonderful delivery that Rabada got the ball to shape on the leg stump, and from the leg it started moving on to the off stump, and David Warner went through the Warner's defense and went on to rattle his off stump, and David Warner was walking disconsolately back to the pavilion. But what an innings. David Warner just rattled away for 30 or 14 balls, 5 fours and 1 6. One thought whether it was a test match or whether it was some T20 going on, but it looked like a personal battle David Warner had against Rabada. But Rabada won the battle, and then David Warner, while walking back to the pavilion, probably to the dressing room, I thought one of the spectators there had a few words to say, kept on saying something. Warner exchanged some words with him at all, but as I said, the full story is not known as to what really happened, and then finally we'll come to know about it later. Usman Khawaja and then Morning Markel, as I said, picked up his 300 wickets. And at the other end, let me talk about Cameron Bancroft, the opener. Cameron Bancroft was simply superb, I thought. Because Cameron Bancroft is normally a player who likes to settle down at the crease and slowly bide his time, but this was something brilliant stuff from Bancroft. He decided today to go after, probably taking a cue from David Warner, decide to go on an attacking spree against South African bowlers by hitting some wonderful strokes, as his score was 77 with 14 boundaries, and that is something which we normally don't see in Bancroft's batting. But Bancroft today really went after the South African bowlers. But it was a wonderful innings from him, 77. Morkel, as I said, picked up. Morkel was the one who pushed the Aussies into a corner after that, with Usman Khwaja being caught by Rabada in the deep for 5 of 22 deliveries. Stephen Smith once again continued to struggle against the South Africans as Morkel got him to edge to Elgar. He was gone for 5. Sean Marsh also fell a victim to Morkel for 26 with 3 boundaries. Mitchell Marsh his wicket was taken by Philander for 5 with 1 boundary, and Cummins fell to Rabada for 4. Stark fell to Rabada for 2, and then finally they were reduced to 175 for 8, and the South Africans were absolutely on the ascendant. But sort of an attacking innings coming in from Nathan Lyon, the number 9 player, was a treat to watch, as Nathan Lyon played some very good strokes. In fact, he played some nice strokes on the up, as he contributed 47 runs in a 66-run partnership that happened between Tim Paine, who was much more sedate, and Nathan Lyon, and then Morkel picked up his 4th wicket to get to his 300 wickets in Test cricket, which was a proud feeling for him as he let a victory cry. And Nathan Lyon score was 47, his highest score in Test cricket, with 8 very well-timed boundaries. Tim Paine was not out on 33 with 3 fours to carry forward to the 3rd day, and Hazel was not out on 1, and Australians closed at 245 for 9, but still they are 66 runs shy of reaching the South African total of 311. Moni Morkel, as I said, probably could get on to a 5 for tomorrow. 20 overs, 6 minutes, 87 runs and 4 wickets for Moni Morkel. Kagiso Rabada, 19 overs, 1 maiden, 3 for 81. What a battle between Rabada and Warner. Philander had 2 for 26, none for 35 for Maharaj, and Bavuma none for 10. So that's a match situation as far as South Africa and Australia are concerned. And I think that's it should be a nice battle out in the middle tomorrow. That's on the 3rd day at Newlands in Cape Town. Well, dear fans and subscribers, a pleasure describing the happenings in cricket today. Thanks for your company and thanks for watching. It's your host Ram signing off for the day. Thank you.